A. Now, go into a lot of stuff coming in to Monday Night Raw. That was over the 49ers and Packers game that was good to a forgettable Monday Night Raw. We with a retarded promo with Dean Ambrose dissolving and him being like a little bitch for a majority of the show. Most of it was backstage events. I think there was like 4 backstage events over the course of this pay-per-view. And not one of them I ever liked. One of them. I think the most exciting part was Kurt Angle coming back as faking the Conquistador gimmick. Faking the Conquistador luchador gimmick. Just faking being a luchador and him assaulting Baron Corbin, because Baron Corbin, ever since he's been GM, he puts himself in retarded matches. He barely wins one, and then he beats the shit out of jobbers in a battle royale. Nobody cares. Kurt Angle comes back the week before, and then he's back in the vacation time. Like anybody cares about what happened at that point. Our main event was a 6-man tag involving the Shield, and I didn't know if this was an actual group until they got broken up. I really didn't. I didn't know what was the point of having Dolph Ziggler and Drew McIntyre as a tag team, first of all, and then winning the tag titles. The tag division was already irrelevant as it is. Braun Strowman been feuding with Roman Reigns, and we haven't seen any involvement with Brock Lesnar. And Brock Lesnar is supposed to be this oncoming force. He doesn't even do promos. The guy doesn't even do promos. We have Paul Heyman as a hype man, and Brock Lesnar is just going to beat the shit and just say one word or a few words involving him holding the title or him fighting someone big, and no one gives a shit, and people tune out of the show. My take on it, I really don't give a fuck. This Raw was terrible. There was barely any remarkable matches that impressed me. We had a tag match involving Nia Jax and Amber Moon versus something, and Tamina Snuka is back. That's literally the only thing that interested me. Tamina was back. We have a women's battle royal. I don't care about any of the women coming into Evolution. Evolution already sounds like a fucking video game that came out for the Nintendo Switch, and no wrestling fan wants to buy it. No wrestling fan wants to buy it. That's literally the best I have for you. No wrestling fan wants to buy this pay-per-view. This is where, and this event is going to be where I am. This event is going to be where I live. I don't want to watch it. That's how much I don't care about Evolution. And I've been for this women's Evolution, even involving whatever the fuck is bigger in the pay-per-view, involving the tag match that we have with Alexa Bliss and Mickie James versus Trish Stratus. It's continuous, and Lita involved. It's still going to involve old heads. It's still going to involve old heads. That's the thing. It still involves veteran talent instead of your own young talent giving you a big show. I really don't care at this point about the Becky Lynch and Charlotte Flair feud that could have been building up to Survivor Series. And you still got pay-per-views that still involve women. What's the point of having this all-women's pay-per-view if nobody cares about mainly the entire female roster at all? It's literally the most infuriating thing when it comes to watching WWE at this time, and nobody ever picks it up. That's why they keep losing viewership. That's why they keep losing ratings. And it doesn't matter because fucking WWE is profiting off outside sources. And plus they go to Fox next year. So what the fuck is the point of doing this, really? What's the really biggest reason why they're still doing professional wrestling as a whole on television? They're just getting the money now. They're just copping out as much as it is until fucking Vince McMahon gets a golden-crusted fucking coffin in 27 seconds. Because I really don't find a reason why it should be possible, why I should be watching a shit product with mediocre wrestling, the most repetitive routine shit. It's Elias Sampson. Sometimes you get Apollo Crews, a crappy tag match, a main event that's a 6-man tag, a terrible main event involving 2 of the top guys that are not even really top guys, or a women's match if WWE feels like a Monday is a Tuesday and they don't give a shit what's going to come out. It's been bad. There's bad. The tag match that we had involving Sasha Banks and Bayley, bad shit. There's barely any matches that I actually found remarkable, memorable. It's been that bad. And I've been mainly watching highlights to this point because I'm not watching 3 hours of my time in a school schedule for professional wrestling. You shouldn't be having 3 hours to do promos, wrestle in a few matches. There should at least be 4 to 5 matches tops in a wrestling match, in a wrestling show at any time. I don't know why you guys would even stretch it to 3 hours just so you can get that more revenue. How's that revenue even picking up off USA? USA is a terrible network to even host professional wrestling. I wouldn't mind if it was back on TNT. Really. I really don't give a fuck at this point because watching Raw is so fucking bad. I have to watch highlights now to make sure my attention span stays intact and I actually pay attention watching the show instead of 3 hours of backstage cut. The Riot Squad sucks. Fire everybody. I don't give a fuck. They can suck dick in TNA, Ring of Honor, New Japan. They can say Subiwa Sen while sucking dick. I swear to God, it is not good watching Raw. SmackDown is going to be worse, and it's up to its near 1,000th episode, and I don't care. I want to care. Like I did back in 2012 when it was the 1,000th episode of Monday Night Raw. Yeah, I don't give a shit. I really don't give a shit. And that's the most depressing part. I don't give a shit. Why does everybody that I see review the show when it comes to Bruce Blitz, when it comes to, if you see Grim Story Show talk about it, if you see Joe Cronin that consistently does this, God bless his soul. I wish I don't have to write a script, get all this high quality equipment to tell you that Raw is shit and none of the wrestlers are impactful at all. The pay-per-views are terrible. The stage looks the same. The setup looks the same. They have no pyro to actually show. What in the fuck is the point of doing all this? You have Shinsuke Nakamura that can barely talk, let alone impact anybody in the ring except kicks. Everybody just kicks now. Nobody learns of a complex grappling move, stiff-ass moves. No, you don't see different types of stipulations, at least the top 3 stipulations when it comes to a wrestling schedule. It's either a tag match, a singles match, or a 6-man tag, 8-man tag if they're feeling like it's going to be the go-home event, mind you, or a crappy-ass battle royal. I gave you at least 5 or 6, but I don't give a shit because it's the same crap I'm seeing on Raw and SmackDown. We ended SmackDown last week with Big Show versus Randy Orton. Big Show versus Randy Orton. If you don't suck a lot of dick, watch a lot of hentai, fuck your own girl, well, your friend's girl, and fucking actually go to the gym, you would want to watch Big Show versus Randy Orton in 2018. It is 2018, and I'm telling you right now, I would waste, I don't know how much fans really waste on tickets, maybe 80 to $100, 200 if you're feeling froggy, if you want to really get up close to the action. Nigga, I am not wasting money to watch the main event, to see my kids, my girl, my wife, or at least my friends waste money so I can watch the main event of SmackDown on a Tuesday for a couple hours. After Monday Night Raw, that was 3. You want me to watch SmackDown when it's Big Show and Randy Orton for a tournament that nobody cares about in Crown Jewel. And they keep telling me that they canceled the event. Why would you have this in Saudi Arabia to begin with? What's wrong with King of the Ring? What's really wrong with actually making King of the Ring good again? Nothing's wrong with making a tournament. Nothing's bad about making a tournament. Nothing's PG about naming something King of the Ring because it excludes women with the word king. Is that why? I'm really telling you this because it's really infuriating me. It's truly infuriating me why we waste money, why we even continue to watch wrestling, even though the only thing that's going to enthrall me is not Finn Balor doing a coup de grace from the ladder. It's going to be The Rock saying that he hates the fucking New Day. and saying faggot. I don't care about the New Day anymore. It's been 2015 or 16 since I last paid attention. They held up the tag titles for a long time, making that irrelevant. They had big matches back in like fucking 2015. Nobody remembers what they did, what memorable matches they did in 2016, 17 to 18. It's not 2018. They're still together because Kofi Kingston's a bona fide mid-card for life. Xavier Woods has no way to grow, and Biggie Langston hasn't did anything big since being with AJ Lee and Dolph Ziggler at the time and having an Intercontinental title run. You know Kofi Kingston has the most accolades in the New Day, right? Like, I've been watching wrestling since I was like fucking 10 or 8 years old, and I should know by now Kofi Kingston has a lot more to him than just being a tag team partner. There's a lot of stuff that can do in the ring by himself, but he doesn't talk. He doesn't have his own personality, and literally the only source of revenue that WWE is not paying them is on their YouTube channel. That, I swear to God, just Smarks watch. Just Smarks watch. Oh my God, just Smarks watch it. Smarks watch it, folks. Smarks watch the show. That's it. I mean, I think the only biggest, funniest thing I've ever seen was Xavier was playing somebody online. Chris Danger was there. He was playing a Ka that was a Ku Klux Klan member. Yeah, that happened. That really did happen. And I'm telling you, one thing is for sure. I hate the product. And I still watch it. Why do I do it? I don't know why do I fucking do it, really. I don't know when I do a lot of shit at all. I just do it because I'm bored, I lost interest, or I just want to see somebody get kicked the shit in the face for just a cable bill. I swear. That's like the only reason why I still have cable at this point, and I haven't discussed anything why I should even get rid of it and just stick with the internet. I swear. Because Monday Night Football was sort of a disaster for the 49ers. Packers totally came back on that. If you want to have more of a discussion about it, I don't know how much time I have. There is the fucking something. I don't know. Basketball is going to be back, so I think a lot of more viewers are going to tune into the NBA now. NHL season is going to be heating up soon. Just a lot more stuff is more important currently than WWE, and I see the shitty excuses by What Culture and a lot more major professional wrestling posts. What Culture, nobody gives a shit about your WCPW bullshit that I hacked in for because I want to see more indie promotions back then when I was a total smart. Fucking hell, your shit was terrible. You just got rental talent. Your crappy wrestling. Fuck, it was terrible. It's just the most repetitive shit. And you watch NXT, people say that NXT is good. No other viewers want to tune in outside of NXT or WWE as a whole. It's nearly the exact same routine, and they have good wrestlers. They do. I'm not taking anything away from their athletic talent, their physical ability, their way to actually impress the crowd in what any BS they do in that ring. It's incredible, and I appreciate that. I like seeing fun wrestling. That's what makes wrestling, and I'm never going to take anything away from that. But, dude, they can't talk. They can't do anything interesting. They don't even have... I won't give a fuck if they have a catchphrase. They keep either addressing the state or the city of the fucking crowd place they're in, or they just try to make the most minimalistic insult while addressing that they have a championship opportunity. It's literally the same crap. They've got no stipulation. The biggest thing I've ever seen that even the main roster ripped off was the Shark Tank thing, and even that I did not like. I did not like that. For every single Monday Night Raw, it's a fucking 4 or 5 out of 10 for me every single time I watch it. Worst I give it was at least a 1. Whenever it comes to watching Raw and SmackDown. Even though SmackDown at least gets a 5 or 6. It makes no difference. It's still mediocre or average. It's terrible. Minimalistic matches. They're the same routine. Elias Sampson comes. We get a few tag matches in the singles action. Nobody cares about the main event because it's either a 6-man tag, 8-man tag, or a one-on-one championship match. Nobody cares at this point. The biggest things that ever happen is whatever Brock Lesnar comes up to say one sentence or just snaps a nigga's neck. Or when it comes to fucking Paul Heyman there, Vince McMahon comes to warn everybody to buy the network so he has a prevention of heat stroke or dying in the amount of seconds as his age. I swear to God, I hate it. I hate watching Raw. I hate watching SmackDown. And it's sad to say that when it came to watching the 25th anniversary was months ago, and I still can't get that taste out of my mouth. I swear to you, I can't get that taste out of my mouth. How does it feel to just hate watching Raw? And it takes a lot of effort for me to hate something. I really went through a lot of shit that can get me fucked up. I swear to you. I went through a lot of worse shit than watching a bad television show. And when it comes to watching something I like wrestling, it hurts me, really, because it's literally the only best things in my childhood that I can continue watching. And it's the most embarrassing part in pop culture now because people just say some dumb shit that is fake. It is. It's entertainment. It's not an art. It's not a professional sport like boxing, karate, kickboxing. It's supposed to be for internet value. You're not really going to see some person in real life super kick a dude when it comes to squaring up. Sorry if you virgins actually think so, or guys with just short-ass relationships that don't last anywhere. Apologies. It's wrestling. It's supposed to be for entertainment value. It's not supposed to be catching heads so you can literally learn how to do a choke slam on a nigga. Why would you try to do a choke slam, by the way? But backyard wrestling is cancer. I swear to you. And each time I'm just watching the show, just seeing Trish Stratus come out with Lita on Raw last night, it was pathetic, really. We had a shitty promo. Mickie James had no actual smarter remarks to say to a woman that she beat at WrestleMania over a decade ago. Mickie James faced off against Trish Stratus in WrestleMania 22 back in 2006. Over a decade ago that they fought. And Mickie James doesn't even bring that remark up. It's been that depressing that even 3 women in that stage right now, Mickie James, Lita, and Trish Stratus, that were still active that time into right now, they have no smarter remarks to say. And I'm not going to blame PG because obviously you can actually fucking make some alternatives when it comes to speaking in PG. You actually can. It's not impossible to actually say some harsh insults or at least some smart remarks or at least get people like, oh, snap, he actually said it. Stop giving PG like that. Yes, I wish they went a little bit more mature, at least went PG-13. Back to at least to a teen setting. Because it's depressing seeing how basic, simplistic, bland your writing is. WWE writers are terrible. Even the promo involving Rowdy Ronda Rousey, speaking how she can't even get her own gimmick and trying to represent a man that already died. I mean, yes, you can do that. I don't mind. CM Punk did the same thing. He did it for Macho Man and Bret Hart, but those were like respective pieces. Roddy, she's making this her gimmick. Plus, she's an MMA fighter. She comes with a fucking skirt kilt about his kickboxing gloves. She doesn't even bring kick pads. That would be cool. There's wrestling boots. It's the most retarded get up, but she can fight. I can give her that. She seems like an intimidating woman. She's boring. What she said against the Bellas, all true. I agreed with it. Obviously, they're minimalistic talent. They've been here for a longevity. And Nikki Bella brought up a point like people actually now remember the women's championship looking like a Barbie's accessory wrestling's edition. Every woman in that fucking roster looks like a substitute or a special ed teacher that needs to get fired after sexually assaulting a 7th grader or a 5th grader. I swear to you, I hate it. I fucking hate it when it comes to bullshit like this. And not one thing I remember. Even the 6-man tag that was the main event of Raw was terrible. And I don't know if I'm going to speak about what's going to happen tonight on SmackDown, because SmackDown was bad. SmackDown is going to be bad. I swear to you, they'll make it bad. They'll make it real bad, bro. I haven't seen a good episode of SmackDown in years. I really haven't seen actually a memorable part of SmackDown in years. Same thing for Raw, man. I don't think Raw ever been a watchable product since at least 2013, 2012, or 20. God damn, you got to go over nearly 15 years, or at least a decade, if you actually want to watch good wrestling again. Monday Night Raw, because wrestling's out the point. There's more to wrestling than just doing rest holds, a clothesline. Sometimes you'll be seeing a double knee takedown, or at least another double clothesline, a super kick, or a chop. You want to see a fucking chop? Nigga, my little cousins, or at least my nieces, or my fucking brothers can do chops. A drop kick, clothesline. Do something different. Make different match stipulations. Say something out of this world. Do different concepts. They already fucked up a lot of talent that nobody even talks about. Nobody talks about Finn Balor, and the most relevant thing about him is his abs and his demon shit. That's about it. Bray Wyatt, no one gives a fuck about Bray Wyatt. I'm telling you right now, bro. I do not care about Bray Wyatt. Stop it. Stop it already. People keep saying they fucked up Bray Wyatt. Bray Wyatt fucked himself up. He has a job. And when you fuck up a job, you fuck up a job. It's not only all because they give you something to work with. You can't try to make it work it yourself, man. It's a job. Bray Wyatt really doesn't hack it. He has his charisma. All he has is a creepy smoking shit. He already doesn't have a posse anymore. He doesn't have a posse. He doesn't have a group. He doesn't have a faction actually make him so threatening. That's what made the Wyatt family so memorable at the time, back in like 2013 to 14 to 15. So 15 it lost traction because it brought out Braun Strowman, and now Braun Strowman's prospering, and nobody cares. There was a Greatest Royal Rumble. Nobody remembers that, and he held a fucking belt. Why do all the belts nearly look the same? The Women's Championship is different as the WWE and Universal Championship. The only different titles are the minor titles, and this United States Championship that never changed design since 2000 fucking 2 in fucking the Intercontinental Championship that went back to the white strap. I don't mind, but I thought it would be only an annual thing for Cody Rhodes when he brought it back. That's been a permanent thing since it came back in 2012. Then there's the Cruiserweight Championship. I'm not going to hack on 205 Live, because 205 Live is like if FCW have tagged up with fucking Ring of Honor. And it went out of business in just a few months. I swear to God, right now, 205 Live is going to be the lifespan of fucking ECW and WWE. It really is. And I'm trying to be as kind as I can, man. I'm trying to be as kind as I can to this show. And it's been a long while since I actually had something good to say about a television show. Even the 25th anniversary couldn't do it justice. Even the 25th anniversary, it even brought back MVP. He had nothing to say. They kept going to the APA shit. That didn't work. DX, that doesn't work. Even currently right now, I'm not going to be watching Crown Jewel, whatever the fuck, for a tag match for men that are above the age of 30, 45, 40. Like, yeah, they're near the age of 50, the DX, and nearly pushing 60 is Undertaker and Kane. Why do you people want to watch that? Why? If it was 2011 or 2012, I would change my mind. I would like to see Kane and The Undertaker face off against Shawn Michaels and Kane. If this was the 90s, I would want to watch that. I don't want to watch it because these guys are cooked. Triple H been the most consistent guy in shape. And even he has sloppy matches and choppy ass matches. I really don't understand why you people even want to watch this now. I don't. I know there's been a rant. I know it's been more of a rant than an actual analysis of what was going on, but I really hate the wrestlers. I really don't like Apollo Crews. Elias Sampson's the only person I think has potential because he actually has time to talk. He has major heat. He has charisma. He can actually wrestle. They don't work on him. They don't work on him. Why? I don't fucking know. I don't fucking know why don't you work with him. It's not that bad. He's not that bad. He has a musical gimmick. He works with the crowd. He conversates with nearly everybody in the roster. And you don't have that much interaction in your actual roster. The Riot Squad is fucking mentally retarded. I think they have mental disabilities. I really do. Jesus Christ, Apollo Crews looks like an extra for any type of Medea movie where the nigga plays a bad boyfriend. I swear to you. Fucking Trish Stratus and Lita just looks like your stepmoms in Alabama. Yo, now I'm roasting these people. It's been that bad. It's been that bad. I'm giving Raw fucking 4 out of 10. It's been that mediocre. Professional wrestling, there's no professional wrestling. Don't call it professional wrestling. It's just wrestling. The thing is now wrestling. Entertainment, this isn't entertainment if nobody's willing to watch it. And they would rather watch 2 mediocre teams play off than watching you assholes. I swear to you. They had Kurt Angle come back, and he couldn't make the show justice. Everybody is bust. If the WWE was like any other professional sport, they would be a bust. They would be a bust. I have nobody else to speak about this. They're just busts. There's no other thing I can tell you about it. Just Raw and SmackDown are complete fucked. They're going to cancel another show, 205 Live. They're not going to get those guys real money. They're not going to give these guys real exposure. Thanks to these guys mainly fight on kickoff or middle of the show. I'm telling you right now, it's been that depressing. And I've been watching this since 2016. The brand split doesn't work. Everybody had gripes about the brand split, and it doesn't give anybody exposure. We thought splitting the roster in half would actually be good for the show. It doesn't work. Everybody's irrelevant. Everybody doesn't have their own characteristics. Nobody have their own plans in mind, their own plans set. Everybody's just the fucking same. Bayley and Sasha Banks been major disappointments. Sasha Banks won the championship above 5 times. So have Charlotte in a span of at least 3 years. It took Jericho above a decade to win. Nearly above a decade to win the Intercontinental Championship in the span of 9 times in about 10 years. I'm really truly disappointed. And when it comes to Crown Jewel, I don't know if I'm even going to talk about it. I really don't. So the only way to get my anger out there, I want to appreciate anybody that wasted time watching this. If you did, just say that my face looks ugly. Thank you for watching. It gets a fucking disappointing 4 out of 10. It wasn't even above average. The wrestling was terrible. The promos were disappointing. It's been disappointing watching this, let alone wasting 3 hours of my time that could have went to at least playing a video game, studying a bit. I had to do all of that while watching the show. If I were you, I just wouldn't watch it. I wouldn't even watch the fucking pay-per-view. Survivor Series is next month. And even I don't want to watch it. I don't want to watch it. That was the first pay-per-view I ever watched when I was a kid. And I don't want to watch it. And I watched that shit since Shawn Michaels had to help Steve Austin stay as GM back on Raw. Stay hired in WWE. And I love that moment. Where were those times when wrestling really mattered, when the superstars really mattered, when I saw Randy Orton, the legend killer, when I actually saw a good character come out of him? Some guy that was threatening, some guy that actually looked intimidating, some guy that looks like he would beat the shit out of you. None of these guys look like they're going to beat the shit out of you. How come? How come it looks like the only guy that looks like they're going to kill you in real life is Brock Lesnar and Braun Strowman? All the guys look built. Everybody has a lean figure. Everybody's a lean figure now. Do flips. Do suicide dives. Do that backyard wrestling bullshit. And it doesn't get you anywhere. It really won't. You will never be on a talk show. Ever. Except you're John Cena. Thank you for watching. Remember, 4 out of 10. Do not watch the show.